it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Are we on to race number 5? It's a declaration of peace, KwaZulu-Natal Breeders 1900, and of course it's the distance of 1900 meters. No reruns yet, so let's bring up the field, guys, and have a look at the 8 runners at the time of recording, and the best weighted column, again, tight on top. Number 3, Cape Town Beauty, 96. Rarotonga Rose, number 8 at 95. 94, number 2, Aquasulis, and then 91, 7, the Klopp, and 4, New Stream. Well, we'll give you comments on each runner. Number 1, African Dust, Guard Puller's runner, 1400 to 1750, a versatile horse. He's drawn 1, making his debut on the poly track. On his recent form, he cannot be overlooked. When it comes to the distance, I see no issue. Number 2, Aquasulis, a 6-year-old mare. Well, she's yet to win on the poly track, but she's been fairly consistent on the surface, 7 starts for 4 places. She carries 55.5 on her back, and she's a 6-time winner. She seems to prefer the turf. She seems to run well on that surface, but they sparingly raced her on the poly track. We'll see how she goes. Number 3, Cape Town Beauty, Wayne Badenhorst runner. Now, she loves the surface, and she's carrying a very low weight here. 53.5 kg. She did travel up to Gauteng for the Sun Chariot, where she wasn't disgraced behind Apache Fighter. She stays all day and quite versatile as well. She hasn't won for 448 days, but I think with this low mass, nicely drawn, back on the surface, Daryl Daniels has picked up a lovely ride here. Number 4, New Stream, Mark Dixon's runner. Here's another horse, sparingly raced on the surface, yet to win on the poly track. If you go through her form, she has won on the turf at Hollywoodbets Greyville, but it seems to be home ground for her when they go to Hollywoodbets Scottsville. 5, Pirate Prince. Now, here's the most interesting horse of the field for me, Alison Wright's runner. That last start, when this horse finished second behind Aurora Storm, Release Me and Sequoia have sparked up that form line. And Aurora Storm, Averny King, Bayview Princess, Bayview Express have all come out to run second. That form line's looking good. It's looking bright. I think this is a horse that could come under the radar in this type of field because it's not featured in the best weighted column, but having watched that last start, there could be much more to come. 8-1 looks a generous price here about number 5, Pirate Prince. Etiquette, a 3-time winner on the surface. Anything from 1,200 up to 2,400 suits him fine. The quicker the go, the better it'll suit him. He is a horse that's very dangerous on his day. 7, the Cop, Sean Terry's runner, the winner of this race last year, here to defend his title, gets the services of Richard Fourie, and the signs were there last time out of him coming back to his best. Number 8, Rarotonga Rose, the 3-year-old filly. She is having her first start on the surface. She's a talented filly. She's a 4-time winner. 1,600 to 2,400 meters suits her fine. If you take out a run in the Oaks, she is very hard to fault in black and white. She's carrying 55.5 kgs on her back, and I'm sure she will be a popular selection for most in race number 5. So it looks to be a tough race to try and work it out. Nice to have the Cop in town to defend his title from the Sean Terry stable. And Sean Terry has always been highly successful on these race days. He seems to aim his horses for this race meeting. Now, I'm going to go with Pirate Prince. I think that is the value in the race at 5-1. I mentioned the best weighted column, which is a guide. This horse, I think, could come up under the radar on what I saw last time out and the way that form line has sparked up. 5 to beat 7, 8, and 6. That will be race number 5.
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.